And hello, Shock fans, your beloved soldier of the inverted cross, here for one of the little Rips Bionicle review thingies. This one really isn't much of a mock. I pretty much built it exactly like the box said, other than I changed a couple of minor things. Skull Slicer, basically the General Grievous of the Skull villains. The different things I did was I painted a piece black for armor here because I needed his orange piece. I gave him the extra sword that came with Skull Grinder, and I just put his chain down there by swinging. I didn't mess with the gear function on this one because it's a pretty cool little gear function. Thrust, hit thrust. But yeah, he's a pretty poseable little figure, like all the Bionicles are, and I don't really mind him not having armor in some places. The actual like trans green looks really good. And the Skull Spider mask, I'm actually pretty happy with. I'm glad to actually see it used as a mask. The print on his chest, all the print on their chest is really cool and creepy looking. The ribcage piece, I'm a really big fan of. And I also like this chain. Man, it'd make a great tail. I think I might have actually used it, yeah, for that at one point because there's a port right here on his back. Sorry about this. It just takes a while. Yeah, like that. Like poured it in as his tail. I didn't say at the beginning. I should have. This is basically going to be a review for him, not a review for him, but just showing him and the mock / alternate build I did for Skull Warrior, because I really didn't do much of this guy. Like I said, I just put him together a little differently, or added one or two new parts. Not enough to compensate. It's a mock. It was just basically, oh, I wanted to have another sword, and I made this armor a different color, but there was nothing majorly different. I do like this figure. I like all the Skull villains a lot. So yeah, he's pretty cool. And I actually intended on making Skull Warrior taller, but then I seen the actual size of him in hand, and I was pretty happy with how he looked. The one thing I did change on him, I will show a couple things actually. Let me take his weapon out of his hand for a second. Skull Warrior is really awesome. I really like his look, and I will talk about his weapon. Sorry about this, it just takes time to adjust these figures. I think I might have said this. I didn't get why an archer wouldn't have double shoulder armor. I know it's supposed to be like the aesthetic of like things rotting off. I don't like the just random orange blotches they put on all of them just because Skull Grinder had it. So I replaced his claws with the dark gray, gunmetal, whatever color. I gave him a clear blue piece here, and I put both of these parts up here. So it just looks much better to me. I didn't mess with the gear function of him jerking, fat, sploosh. That I didn't mess with that gimmick. I like the way he looks. He's a freaking Terminator. I love the prints on these chests. I really do. This is his weapon. It's a big ass bow and arrow, and basically what you do is, if I get it in shot, you put one end in his hand, and it's got a rotation on it. Sorry, it's hard to do this crap on screen. You review some toys, then we'll talk. Where's this one? Go. Oh, that can rotate. And basically, he can hold the bow and arrow actually pretty nicely. And since he has good articulation, he can look down the barrel of it as he fires, like on the box art. And with the gimmick, he can like raise it and lower it or something. I don't know. The gearbox feature is a cool thing when I was a kid. As far as now, I'm just like, yep, it's a gimmick. But I like it. I don't hate the gearbox feature. It's not very intrusive. Yeah. I know these have been kind of choppy reviews at the moment, but there will be better reviews for the actual mocks I did. These are worth the pickup, even as they were when I got them. I love these two. They're awesome little minions. Just look really cool. They're really fun to pose with the Toa and have them like fighting the Toa. I wouldn't mind army building these two just to have them like showdown with the Toa. And they're like a bowing around Skull Grinder. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little crappy review I did, because I don't feel like I did a very good job with this one. I feel like I mumbled on too much, but yeah, trust me, they're coming. I'm coming up next with the Skullbasher mock. He gets his own video. Then the Kolta / Akimu mock, and then the Matanui mock. It's finished. So this has been your beloved soldier of the inverted cross, Rip, the full blown freak show. Signing off. Farewell.